It has one of the toughest and longest lockdowns in the world. But the ultra-strict quarantine measures have left more than 5 million Filipinos hungry. More than 10 million people have lost their jobs and their livelihoods destroyed. Why did the pandemic hit the poorest of the poor so hard?
A blessed day to everyone. Welcome to today's Devotional Encouragement series. Today's devotional title is a question about God. Where are you, God? This is just one of the most familiar questions that many ordinary people are asking today. But even believers, when faced with the toughest time in their life, they struggle also in their faith. With all the uncertainties that we are currently facing, it is tempting to think that many of us will reach to a point in our lives where we will be forced to question all that we believe. Is it wrong to question God? Do we have the right to question God? Well, the Bible shows examples of some godly men who were used by God that they questioned God in the midst of their struggles of their faith. The authors of Job, Lamentations, Ecclesiastes, and Jeremiah all expresses confusion, doubt, and the pain of unbearable sufferings endured by faithful believers. Even Jesus Christ questioned his Father's will in the Garden of Gethsemane as he wrestled with accepting what he would have to suffer on the cross.
Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done.
And then, on the cross, Jesus cried out in agony, my God, why have you forsaken me?" More than a third of the book of Psalms are prayers or songs of people who are in pain. It is the hymn book and a prayer book in the Old Testament. It is the longest book in the Bible, and most of the Psalms were written during the time of King David. In Psalms chapter 6 verses 2 to 3 and 6 to 7, we can find King David crying in deep anguish to God. "Have mercy on me, Lord, for I am faint. Heal me, Lord, for my bones are in agony. My soul is in deep anguish. How long, Lord, how long? I am worn out from my groaning. All night long I flood my bed with weeping, and drench my coats with tears. My eyes grow weak with sorrow. They fail because of all my foes." Can you relate to King David's pain? He was exhausted, worn out, depressed, and alone. He has cried so many tears, and this time he can't cry anymore. Now, it's not that King David does not believe God. He absolutely does. In fact, he is the man after God's own heart. King David simply can't understand why the God who has the power to change his circumstances, the one who elevated him from a simple shepherd boy to the king of the nation, won't do something about his current situation. He was crying out and asking God a very honest question about his situation during those confusing moments of his life. He was in agony or in anguish. Most of the time, our painful trials are fertile ground for the seeds of doubt. Trials in life are always there to test our faith, and most of the time, we can't really figure out why would a loving and merciful God would allow such things to happen in our life. Think about this. If you understood everything completely and fully, you won't need faith, would you? Our faith needs to be tested and tested every day. Because, as it says in the book of Hebrew, that without faith it is impossible to please God. We may have times when we are confused with our situations and we have struggles in our faith in God. All we need to do is to believe, trust, and hope in the goodness of God. These three things are essential ingredients of our faith, the faith that must emerge from God's love alone. That is why relationship and knowing our God is a very foundational in our faith. Like King David, Habakkuk, Job, and other men in the Bible, their lives explain to us how God has sustained them throughout their doubts. When their faith are being tested and purified, their examples teaches us that by honestly facing their doubts, it did not only strengthen their faith, but it clearly revealed in the Bible that God showed himself always faithful through the process. Do you have any questions about the faithfulness of God? Or are you willing to ask an honest question to God? We cannot really ask God, where are you in this situation if in the very first place we don't believe and trust Him. We cannot ask Him if we are not seeking Him. I strongly believe that God honors those seekers who honestly and sincerely look for the truth, just like our great man in the Bible. It is not wrong to ask God about our situation. Are you in doubt? Are you confused? Ask Him now and see if He will not answer your faith-filled questions. I hope that this message gives you again an encouragement for today. God bless everyone and see you again next time.
I was confused, but you gave me peace. I was so broken, but you made me whole. I was so lost, but Jesus, you found me, oh Lord.